Welcome to this explainer. You know, somewhere right at this very second, someone is deciding exactly who you are. They're not looking at your resume, and they're definitely not analyzing your potential. They're judging you in literal moments. It's kind of an unsettling reality, isn't it? But it happens every single day in literally every room you walk into, way before you even realize the clock has started ticking.
5 seconds. Yep, just 5 seconds. That is literally all a total stranger needs to figure out if you're confident and worth taking seriously or, well, nervous and easy to dismiss. And honestly, the most disturbing part about this whole thing, you have absolutely no chance to defend yourself. None. There's no pause button to explain your intentions. The verdict is already in before you even utter a single syllable.
So what's going on here? Is it mind reading? I mean, how does a stranger's brain form this fully fledged opinion of you that incredibly fast? Well, spoiler alert, it's not magic. It's actually much quieter, and honestly, a whole lot more fascinating. See, your brain is constantly broadcasting thousands of these subtle little signals, and their brain, it's decoding every single one of them without even trying.
Let's dive into Part 1, the mechanics of judgment, or how the brain decodes strangers.
This underlying science completely explains why a genuinely talented, highly qualified person might totally lose a room, while someone, maybe a bit less qualified, ends up walking away with everything. It all comes down to a really well-documented psychological phenomenon called thin slicing. Essentially, this is the brain's remarkable ability to draw a massive conclusion from almost zero information in just a matter of seconds. Picture an interviewer, right? Before they even ask you that first question, their brain has already used thin slicing to form this hidden, really hard-to-undo opinion about who you are.
And hey, this isn't just some wild theory. There is hard, peer-reviewed biology backing this up. Back in the 1990s, researchers Nalini, Ambady, and Robert Rosenthal actually proved this. They showed participants mere seconds of silent video clips of teachers. No sound at all, zero context. And the wild finding? People accurately predicted the teacher's overall effectiveness just from those brief, totally silent seconds.
So, that begs the question, what exactly is the brain evaluating in those initial moments? Well, if you want to understand how you're being judged, you kind of have to know what they're actually looking for. Now, most of us automatically assume, oh, they're judging my clothes or my grooming or maybe my facial structure, but psychology actually reveals that the brain isn't looking at those details separately at all, not even close. Actually, scratch that. It's more like the brain combines everything it sees into one lightning-fast, subconscious question. Is this person safe for me or not? It happens so unbelievably fast that the person judging you doesn't even realize they're doing it, but it perfectly explains why some people just earn this instant, undeniable respect when they walk in, while others get inexplicably dismissed without even getting a fair shot.
Which brings us to Part 2, your body language trailer and the hidden signals you don't even know you're sending.
If safety is the core question we're answering, well, your physical presence is what provides all the answers. But here's the thing. Body language isn't just about forcing yourself to stand up straight. It's really the pattern in your everyday habits. It's how you walk into the room, how you stand, how often you nervously touch your hair or fidget with your clothes, and how steady your frame stays when you're actually talking. It's the culmination of all these tiny, seemingly insignificant habits.
When a stranger's brain observes all those tiny details, it's really hunting for one specific trait, and that is self-control. If you appear to be in control of your own body, the brain instantly flags you as confident and trustworthy. People don't judge the little details directly. They're actually projecting your entire personality from them, basically deciding your ultimate value before you've even spoken a single word.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Your body language is the trailer for your personality. Think of it exactly like a movie trailer. When you watch a 2-minute trailer, you decide right then and there if you're going to invest 2 hours into the full film, right? Well, people do the exact same thing with you. They watch your body language trailer first and decide right on the spot if you're worth their time and interest.
Moving right along to Part 3, the confirmation bias trap, and why that very first opinion sticks like glue. Now, here's where the stakes get incredibly high, because the real problem starts after that initial opinion forms. If you nail those first 5 seconds and you're perceived as confident, well, a small mistake later on is brushed off as just that, a simple mistake. But if your initial trailer made you look nervous, man, that exact same mistake is suddenly viewed as undeniable proof of your entire personality and incompetence. The first opinion becomes the permanent lens they view you through.
It's kind of like a black dot on a white piece of paper. Once a negative impression forms, people completely stop observing your full personality, the whole white page.
The brain just zeroes in on that little black dot, only noticing the flaws that confirm their hidden bias. That 5-second impression literally becomes the director for every single interaction you have with them moving forward. No pressure, right?
So, how do we actually fix this? That brings us to part 4, how to win trust, and moving from desperately seeking approval to fostering genuine connection.
Okay, first things first. We have to avoid the most common trap out there, the mistake of impressing. Most of us focus entirely on trying to impress a new person. We talk way too much, we nervously list out all our achievements, and we just relentlessly chase their approval. And guess what? The absolute instant you start chasing approval, your natural confidence just plummets. It drops right off a cliff.
Let's imagine 2 totally different approaches to a first meeting. You've got Sarah, who falls right into the trap. She talks constantly about her own success, her skills, her life, desperately trying to prove, hey, I matter. And then you have James. James stays completely calm. He listens carefully. He asks genuine questions. He doesn't chase approval at all. He just focuses on making the other person feel like they matter.
So let me ask you, after that meeting ends, who would you rather meet again? It's not a trick question, I promise. For sure, everyone prefers James. As human beings, we don't remember the people who just talked about themselves the whole time. We remember the people who made us feel comfortable and valuable.
Which really leads to this massive paradigm shift. Impressing someone might win you temporary attention, but making someone feel comfortable, that is what actually wins their trust. It is absolutely crucial that you stop asking, how do I impress this person, and start asking, how do I make them feel completely comfortable with me?
It all comes back to broadcasting one silent, incredibly powerful message. You are safe with me and you can trust me. When you create this feeling through calm, steady body language without aggressively trying to prove your worth, people won't just notice you. They will deeply, truly remember how being around you made them feel.
As we wrap up this explainer, let's quickly hit on the core takeaways. Remember, everyone is communicating silently in those critical first 5 seconds. Those mere seconds literally dictate the trajectory of your interviews, your friendships, and your relationships. People will always see you way before they hear you, so actively observe others and never, ever take those first few seconds lightly before deciding to believe someone.
If this analysis gave you a little light bulb moment today, please consider sharing this explainer with someone who might need it. Our whole goal here is to help you deepen your understanding of human psychology and really give you the tools to see the social world through an entirely new lens.
Finally, just a quick note that this explainer is for educational purposes only and doesn't replace professional mental health or career guidance. Always seek a licensed professional for personalized support. But I do want to leave you with one final provocative thought before you go. The very next time you walk into a room, before you even open your mouth to speak a single word, what is your trailer telling them?